Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout, the grand original one. The last time you remember, we just made our way to Junktown, talked to the guards on our way in. We got the guardhouse here. We'll go ahead and do a quick walk through the town before we start talking to folks. There's three parts to this, as I recall. The south part of town, we got a hospital, which we will steer clear of for the moment because Doc Morbid, and yes, Doc Morbid, really, that's his name. We heard about him from the healer in Shady Sands, and unfortunately, if you talk to him and aren't injured, he charges you $10 for wasting his time, and we don't have the caps to spare on that. So we'll go ahead and talk to some folk around here. I'm busy, leave me alone. So yeah, we got the Junktown Peasant. Got a little building here. This is my place. Want to hang out for a while? Yes, very accommodating fellow. Us just barging into his home. Hi! I think we will not hang out because this being the world of Fallout, anybody who welcomes you into his home probably is going to turn out to be a crazed cannibal or something. And we'll go ahead and talk to Andrew, one of the guards, named. Can I help you? Who are you? I'm Andrew. My job is to guard the jail. What are you doing? I'm guarding the jail. I make sure that miscreants don't get in or out. Why would you need to keep people from getting in the jail? Somebody might leave something to help a prisoner escape, or someone might get locked inside and stuck until we couldn't get the keys. Oh. Well, ask a stupid question. You have a good day and stay out of trouble. So now we know where the jail is in case we need to break somebody out or break ourselves out. It could happen. So that's the south side of a town. Now, middle part. Got a bit more of interest. We got a cattle pen. Well, that's not that interesting. I got the small building, which... I'm busy, leave me alone. And yeah, apparently I found the outhouse. So yeah, you'll note that we have Junktown peasants and Junktown citizens. So apparently this whole place is being run on the feudal system. And then we got Dark Waters. That's the town general store. And I'll come back here in a moment, because this is, for better or worse, where we want most of our adventures to start in this town. Busy, leave me alone. And we've got another home, but I'm not going to bother this peasant or citizen. Got another guard here who keep up the good work. My reputation has preceded me. Then we got the Crash House Hotel, which we'll come back to this later, because I want to walk through the whole town before we come back and talk to everybody at Dark Waters. I want to have a little fun. Yeah, you can see there's one big room that seems to be owned by a guy who looks a lot like Ian. And we run through this part and come to the north part of town where you've got gizmos. That sure is a nice pooch you have there. Well, I wasn't aware that I had a pooch. You see a dog. He seems to be following you. We talk to him and he says woof. And yeah, there is a puzzle here, but we kind of bypassed it because if you're a classic post-apocalyptic movie aficionado, you probably noticed that my leather armor, such as it is tribute to a certain movie with a certain Australian, and you might recall that he had a dog. Well, this is a bit of a shout-out and a bit of a puzzler, but if you approach this dog while you are wearing that armor, he will think that you are his former master and start following you around, so we now have a dog. And this is a running gag in the Fallout games, that you will wind up having a dog following you around. I wouldn't trust that beast if I was you. He's a killer. And yes, eventually we will find out that his name is Dogmeat. And he will be a boon companion until we get to the later levels of the game, where he will die quite quickly and painfully. And then we will avenge him, because even though I'm not a dog person, darn it, you just gotta do something when the bad guys kill a dog. Okay, so we got a bar called the Scum Pit, but it won't be open until later in the day. Us having rested until dawn, you might recall. We've got another building full of nothing much. And then we have a boxing arena with various bits of gambling. And another place we could break into if I were intending to be the breaking in and taking stuff sort of hero. Which I'm not at the moment. What? Okay, so Gizmo's is the local casino. The classic wretched hive of scum and villainy. But with all of that exploration done, let's go and head to Dark Waters. Because the first place we're usually going to want to hit whenever we come to a new town is the general store, because we've got a fair bit of stuff to unpack. And this is Killian's general store. Killian's a good man, and they have plenty of stock. Let's go ahead and talk to Killian.
Welcome to Junktown, stranger. What can I help you with?
Yeah, and a slight break here to note. This is pretty good quality animation for a 1997 computer game, but they did a pretty good job of caricaturing the voice actor for Killian Darkwater's design here, because he is in fact voiced by Richard Dean Anderson, who, if you're a child of the 80s, you probably recall as MacGyver, and if you are a fan of sci-fi, you probably remember him from Stargate Atlantis and Stargate SG-1. Actually, I don't know if he was in Atlantis, because I'm not that big of a Stargate fan, but fair bit of work there. Anyway, he plays the mayor of his town, so let's talk to him. Who are you?
My name's Killian Darkwater. I'm the mayor of this fine town. And who might you be?
My name's Matt. I came from up north.
Not much up that way except desert and shady sands. You from there?
No, my village is a little west in the mountains.
Yeah, if you say so. So, what do you need?
Well, tell me a little bit about your town.
Well, Junktown's not much, but it's home. Mostly we trade with people or let them forget their troubles for a bit. Of course, we have our share of problems.
Problems?
From outside, we've had the occasional to-do with the cons, but they've been pretty quiet lately. Inside, trouble's been from the skulls. And I hear some strange things happening down by the hub, but they haven't affected us yet. Knock on my mother-in-law's head.
What's there to do around here?
Oh, we got tons to do. The Scum Pit's on the east side by the entrance. Great drinking place. Gizmo's is near there. And if you're hurting, Doc Morbid's your man.
Thanks.
Well, Junktown's not much, but it's home.
And we can go back around to whatever cities are around here.
Well, travelers tell me there's a bunch of crazies up north called the Vipers. Another group of yahoos out east called the Cons. Neither one of them likely to invite you to supper as anything but the main course, if you know what I mean.
What else is outside Junktown?
Well, you got the hub southwest. Don't go south, though. That'd be Necropolis. The, climate's bad there. Rain or shine. You understand what I'm saying?
And you just know everything. Better be going. Thanks for the information. Can I ask you a few more questions? Doesn't hurt to be polite.
Hell, why not? Ask away, friend.
Woohoo, friend. I have a friend, and it's the mayor, and we've only been talking to him for 2 minutes. Do you own this store?
You bet. May not be as big as some in the hub, but people usually find what they're looking for. Take a look around.
And we can manipulate the tables if we want to buy something.
Can I help you?
I want to buy something. And yeah, he's got a very good stock here. We've got guns, fair bit of caps, other guns, ammo, got a spear, dynamite and flares. I'll go ahead and buy a stim pack to start off with, but not going to go through the full thing while I'm on camera here, but I will sell that tail off. Heck, let's get rid of all of them. Because nice thing about this particular Fallout game is that you will, if you wind up selling something and you find out that you need it later, you can usually get it back fairly easily. You just need to go back and trade something of equal value. Like here. So if I find out, oh, hey, I need flares, I can come back here, and the exact same number of flares will be in the inventory. So there we go. But in case you're wondering why I'm not clearing out my whole inventory, we're about to get a chance to get some freebies and some honest money out of Killian. Yeah, we see a shady-looking gunslinger. Looks like a fight broke out. So this would be our moment to go into our inventory, make sure our gun is loaded. And now we are going to help deal with this guy as soon as I have the action points to do so. We gain 400 experience points for helping Killian fight the assassin. So we'll go ahead and holster our weapons so the guards don't freak out when we end the fight.
Listen, thanks for saving my life. It's a mighty brave thing to do. Now, it looks like we've got ourselves a situation here. I know Gizmo's behind this, but I need proof. You interested in helping?
Me? What do you need me for?
Now, if I get proof, the people of Junktown will kick him out. The way I figure it, you need to either plant a bug at his place or wear a wire and get him to confess to you. Can you handle that?
Let's see. Whoa, sounds dangerous. What do I get in return? Let's go ask about the reward.
I'll tell you what. Anything in the store, even the most expensive, it's yours. No charge. If it's a gun, I'll give you all the ammo you can carry. Does that sound fair?
I'll do it.
All right. I owe you. Here's the bug and the wiretap. You let me know when it's done. And good luck.
And nobody will mind if we loot the corpse and get ourselves a hunting rifle. Okay, so now we need to go check out Gizmo's place. Good thing we already know where it is, eh? So we'll head on in there. And yet, Gizmo's is a casino. A hive of gambling and underworld activity. Careful, they say the games are rigged. Wow, rigged games in a casino? I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. And we can talk to the guards for what that's worth. Can I ask you a few questions? I'm on duty. Make it quick. What else is in this town? Talk to the dealers. And same from the other one, except if we ask him, we can talk about the boss. Gizmo's a fair man. Pays good, works easy, don't make trouble, and everybody will be happy. And yeah, you can gamble, but it's not worth the trouble. And the other gamblers will not talk to us. You actually can, if you're lucky, make money playing blackjack, as I'm told, but I've never bothered with it much because I've never been much for gambling on these games unless I had to, plus my luck is terrible. So we see Gizmo himself here. Izzo says nothing. Classic bodyguard.
What do you want? I'm a busy man.
Yeah. Now we got some options here. You know, I want to know how something as stupid as you's alive. Not a good one. Nothing, actually. But we're being clever and charismatic. We've got access to all the good options. So I'm going to be very clever about this. Here to tell you your assassin failed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you do. You hired someone to kill Killian and he screwed up. You remember hiring someone to kill Killian, you stupid slug? You're a liar. You're right. Goodbye. He's not going to outright confess to anything. He's too clever and slimy for that. So we have to be cleverer and slimier. Anyway, let's take a hypothetical situation.
Such as?
Huh? Oh, never mind. Well, let's say you did try and kill Killian, your assassin failed. That means you need a new one to get the job right.
And let me guess, you're that someone.
Very good. For a price, of course.
Well, how can I trust you?
You can't. You can. Because I've been around. I've killed before. That one might be risky, because if he hadn't heard of me, how does he know that? I'm here, you need someone from out of town to do your dirty work, right?
All right. We can do this. But you work for me. You better know that nobody ever double-crosses Gizmo and lives to talk about it. You got me?
Well, I could put one over on you. Just no way we could put one around you. Of course, but first you need to know why you want him dead. Got it. What you want him dead for. Let's just go with nonchalant.
That's easy. I want him dead because he cramps my business. So, what are you doing for me?
That's why I'm here. He'll be dead before sundown. Sure, it's a job. Can you say that again, please? This time into my coat pocket. And, well, no, I can't.
Good. Return with the dog tags he wears around his neck as proof. And we never had this conversation. You don't mention this to anyone. No one double-crosses me. No one.
Well, it doesn't count as double-crossing because I never intended to play straight in the first place. I'd say that constitutes a confession. So let's head back to Killian. Hey, they got the dead body cleaned up while we were away. Swanky place. Oh, wait, no, we just couldn't see it because of the wall.
So, did you get the evidence?
Sure did.
Which? Bug or tape?
Confession.
Let's hear it. That's the first time I've been happy to hear his voice. Thanks, friend. Now, time for you and me to take care of the other business.
Let's see. Shotgun and shells, suit of leather armor, already got. Doctor's medical kit, got it. All the stim packs you can spare. No thanks, knowing the Gizmo's going to get his due is thanks enough. Shotgun and shells, baby.
Well, thanks again. Well, listen, I'm gonna take the guards and run Gizmo and his cronies out of town. I could use another gun. You up for it? Might be good for a laugh.
Kinda depends on what you're willing to give me.
Well, I can pay you the standard rate for mercenary work. 500 caps.
Done.
Good enough. Go see Lars. He'll give you the details.
We get 500 experience points for securing the confession. Lars is the... we didn't learn his name, but he's the guard up at the front of the town. And fun fact, if you manage to blow things with Gizmo and kill him, even if it's in self-defense, you get kicked out of Junktown for blowing the whole operation. Because, yeah, you got the confession, but they've got laws, and they're happy to see him dead, but... Rail take down Gizmo? Let's nail that tub! So it comes down to this, Killian. Well, I never could put up with your stink, and now I'm going to put an end to it. I wish I prepared my better gun first, but... let's take on the bodyguard. Ow, my ribs! Okay, Lars has had his leg crippled. Ah, heck, I thought I moved my minimum. And you know what? We'll move right next to him. And Dogmeat is attacking him through the desk. Gizmo was killed. Help! He said as he died. Well, I think that ends the combat. Thanks for all your help. Here's 500 caps. You're always welcome in Junktown, friend. So, for slaying opponents, you get 425 XP. You get 600 experience points for your work in the defeat of Gizmo. May the bastard rest in pieces. Well, that's a fine bit of adventuring and a nice way to start off our stay in Junktown, I think. So I think we will go ahead and call this chapter here, and next time we will go and explore the rest of the city and start talking to everybody and seeing how things have changed for the better now that the local crime boss is gone. We'll see you next time.